So through go the leaders. First was Avert, second was Schmidt, third is Strybos. And that looked like Bayle now through into fourth, so Bayle is in fourth place now. Well, what can be said about this man? Bayle in fourth place. We have Averts, then we have Schmidt, Strybos, and now Bayle. There is Averts, bike 5. Averts leads this race. Well, Jean-Michel Bayle, this will be the first time he's been beaten for a minute or two. And there is the 4-second board there to Averts. So Averts gets the 4-second lead board from this man. And 15, that is Strybos. But we're looking at race leader, Stefan Averts, current 125 world champion, 18 years old and a star. Donny Schmidt in second place still. But Bayle is charging, so Schmidt really won't have to go to sleep at all in that second place, because without a doubt, Jean-Michel Bayle is on the charge. And there we see that was Jean-Michel Bayle passing third place man, Dave Strybos. So Bayle is now third. Bayle there has now taken Dave Strybos, bike 15. Averts then. Superb control from Averts. He looks more in control of the bike than I'd be when I was out of control, that's for sure, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Averts then, a study there, back wheel locked up into the turn, doing all he can to make sure he wins this second leg of the first round of the Masters of Motocross 1991 here at Villars in eastern France. Brilliant stuff. Well, he's going to be a tough guy to beat. Bayle might be on the charge, and I think Bayle is the faster man on the track at the moment. We're still watching for Jean-Michel Bayle, but he's got a lot to do to catch this man, and he's caught second place man, number 9. Well, Donny Schmidt caught and all but passed by Jean-Michel Bayle. Bayle is so very, very fast. Well, this track is holding up very, very well indeed. The last time this was used for a major race meeting was the 88 Nations Cup meeting. It's a world famous track. Most of the riders like it. We look at Stefan Averts, race leader. And there is the gap. That is the distance between first man Averts and second man here, number 9, Donny Schmidt, and third place man, the irrepressible even, Jean-Michel Bayle, and he almost hits Donny Schmidt up the backside there to try and get past him. Well, I would say almost certainly we're going to see a passing manoeuvre any moment now, and Bayle throws it on the inside of Donny Schmidt. So Jean-Michel Bayle forces his way through into second place. Absolutely brilliant indeed. Well, Stefan Averts, you can see there the gap that Averts has on Jean-Michel Bayle. We're in the closing stages of this race now. Averts only has to hang on without making a mistake. Jean-Michel Bayle can obviously try as hard as he likes. And you can see just how hard that is by how much he's pulled out a lead on third place man, Donny Schmidt. This man, Jean-Michel Bayle in second place. This man, Stefan Averts, leads the race. And really only has to concentrate as much as he can, get the bike dug into the berm. That's it, 1 lap to go. So we have 1 lap to go for Stefan Averts to win the second leg of the 3 today at the first round of the Masters of Motocross 1991. Stefan Averts leads and has time to salute the crowd. Well, I wonder where he learned that from. Averts then takes the race win. Bayle almost caught by Donny Schmidt. Well, Donny Schmidt wasn't going to let Bayle have that, was he? So, Averts wins from Jean-Michel Bayle, from Donny Schmidt in third.
Moralement, ça devait faire une paye que vous n'étiez pas fait battre par un Européen, ça vous fait quoi?
Jean-Michel Bayle has just been asked, you had not been beaten by a European for a long time. What does it feel like?
C'est sûr, j'aurais préféré gagner. Tout le monde préfère gagner toutes les courses.
Not much, you know. I run 40 races every year. It's all right to lose sometimes, but for sure I'd rather win, like anyone. But you can't be a winner all the time. You have to know how to lose, so I have lost this time. We're going to go to a break. We'll see you again in just a few moments. Race in today's first round of the Masters of Motocross Series. The grid lineup, as impressive as it's been in the last 2 races. Nobody out of the race. We've got everybody with us. And we're in for the third race. Who's going to make the whole shot? 9, Donny Schmidt gets another absolute flyer. Donny Schmidt leads from Pedro Tractor, John Vandenberg is third. Massimo Gazzarata in Italy is fourth, and Jean-Michel Bayle is into fifth place already. Well, drama indeed here. Oh, and that's 28. Jean-Michel Midet, French Kawasaki rider, getting himself in a bit of trouble there. Bayle is up to fourth place. There is Bayle. So 9 leads from 14. 14, John Vandenberg in second place from Donny Schmidt in first place. Well, Donny Schmidt really has tried extremely hard throughout the first two races of today. Will he be rewarded? John Vandenberg trying his hardest there in second place. Jean-Michel Bayle in a good third place already. Massimo Gazzarata, the Italian Suzuki rider, is in fourth place. Watch out for 26, that's Massimo's bike. But at the front of the pack is Donny Schmidt. We've seen him there in every race today. And not to disappoint us, he's out there again. John Vandenberg this time, though, gets a good start, and he's really hanging in there in second place. Bike 14, John Vandenberg, the Dutch Suzuki rider. 87 125 world champion Vandenberg, 88 250 world champion in his first year in 250s, but described as a mildly temperamental chappie. But he's certainly going for it here in second place today, holding Jean-Michel Bayle for third place. Now then, we don't seem to have Stefan Everts in the front six as far as my counting goes at the moment. I'm looking for Stefan Everts. Donny Schmidt at the front, his teammate. And there is John Vandenberg, Jean-Michel Bayle. 26 was Massimo Gazzarata, still in that fourth place. He'll be pleased with that. Donny Schmidt then comfortably leads this race. Well, has this man caught everybody napping in the third leg? Remember, championship points at stake here. This is a 6-round championship. This is the first round of it, as I've said many times, as you've heard. Points go 9 through 1 point. That's down for your first 6 places overall after the 3 legs, as Jean-Michel Bayle looks for second place and grabs it almost. Well, Bayle then lands on John Vandenberg. John Vandenberg trying to fence off and protect that position, but Jean-Michel Bayle looks extremely determined and grabs second place from John Vandenberg. So the Honda rider, Bayle, goes through for second place. Now he's got to chase Donny Schmidt. Donny Schmidt, the man leading on the Suzuki. There he is. 1990 World 125 champ, 23 years old. Fighting with, not yet fighting with, I should say, but will be very soon, I would think. Jean-Michel Bayle, casual look over his shoulder while in the air. Everts now is up to 8th place. I can tell you that Stefan Everts is up to 8th place. So we've got to look for bike number 5. Stefan Everts, teammate to this man, race leader at the moment, is 9. Donny Schmidt from the USA, Suzuki Teamster. There he is, leading this third leg. But Jean-Michel Bayle seems to have come into contact with something or the other. We've got sort of a bit of tape or some kind of decoration, Christmas tree decoration, hanging from Jean-Michel Bayle. Looks like it's hanging around his neck. That won't be too comfortable if it's flapping in the wind. Jean-Michel Bayle with some kind of decoration there. Well, he certainly won't want to get that caught in his back wheel if it's wrapped around his neck, that's for certain. So there's the crowd giving the hurry up there to compatriot Jean-Michel Bayle, who looks for the inside line and really does. Well, Bayle seems to know wherever he is on the track, knows where the grip is, knows exactly what to do, as do most of these riders, of course, but this man just seems to be able to get it better than anybody else. Well, first place, Bayle grabs that first place on the 6th lap of this third leg. And I've got to say that I can't see any rider that's going to be able to head this man unless he makes some kind of mistake and tumbles off. Remember, he fell in the first leg momentarily. We lost him for a few laps in the second leg where he dropped down to 11th place. But I can't imagine him making a mistake like that while leading this race. But I I'd still worry about that tape hanging around his neck. I don't quite know what that is or where it's even come from. It looks like it's wrapped around his goggles. So Jean-Michel Bayle in a bit of a tangle. But it doesn't seem to be impeding his progress in any way. But Donny Schmidt, he's going to try and grab this second place, if nothing else. Schmidt so far, let's have a look. Schmidt has scored 2 third places so far today, so he'll be quite happy to increase his score tally by 1 extra place. That'll do him quite nicely for this opening round of the Masters of Motocross. But Jean-Michel Bayle, race leader, and of course, if he wins this race, or even if he doesn't, as far as my reckoning goes, we'll end up with a maximum 9 points from this first round. After the 3 races, yes, Bayle there, yes, that was hooked up to his goggles. I don't know whether that's part of some tape that's part of the goggles or whether it's just got hooked around the... Yeah, he's going to throw the goggles away with it hooked to it. Well, that's hooked around another part of his anatomy now. Oh, well, he's got rid of the tape at last. So, Bayle gets rid of his obstacle. No riders much in front of him except back markers, so he's not got to really worry too much about stones in the eyes, although he'll have to watch out for that. He had a bit of a lean forward there on that bump. Bayle almost getting caught out leaning right across the handlebars. So we've got a back marker coming up. Jean-Michel Bayle will be watching really not to catch a rock straight in the face. Remember, he's got no goggles on now and it's a bit hazardous, although the 20 there. That is the bike of Takagi Takamaza, the Japanese rider, posing no problem whatsoever to race leader Jean-Michel Bayle. So the leaderboard is Bayle leads from second place man Donny Schmidt, from third place man Stefan Everts now. He's up to third place, Stefan Everts, an absolute charging ride from him. Fourth is now John van der Berg. That's your leaderboard at this stage. Bayle leads. Well, comfortably seems to be too simple a word for it. Nothing much has headed this man today. So Bayle leaping his way to his second win of the day of the 3 races. He's already finished first and second. Stefan Everts beat him in that second leg, and we heard what he had to say about that. Oh, well, there's still a few things on this track that can catch you out. The marshals and the crowd alike salute this man, Jean-Michel Bayle. 1 more turn to go, and he will have won the race. The circuit commentator getting wound up completely. Cameraman running to grab positions, but he'll be too late to catch this man, Jean-Michel Bayle, as he takes the race win in the third leg, I should say. Second place man is Donny Schmidt. Third place goes to Stefan Everts. Fourth to John van der Berg. So the series so far is Bayle leads from Everts, from Schmidt, from van der Berg, from Pekka Verkonen in 5th, and Yannick Cavella gets 6th. That's the series of the Masters of Motocross. From me, Keith Ewan, we hope you'll join us again on Eurosport for a bit more motocross later. Bye-bye.